It's a far from a happy start to the academic year in Hanover Park. A spate of shootings there since the weekend has led parents to remove their children from school. Just yesterday, a 19-year-old man was shot dead. Parents appear to be reacting to this latest round of violence. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi Same is part of our team in Hanover Park this morning and joins us now live. And Nasiphi, in other places of the country, there's excitement, jubilation, perhaps a bit of nervousness. Where you are, though, the anxiety levels are sky high, but for completely different reasons.
Completely different reasons. And I'll just ask my colleague to show you some of the parents across the street from where we're standing in Hanover Park, right opposite Bomflay Primary School. Basically, community leaders, including the parents, are taking a stand against the recent escalation of gang violence that we've seen in Hanover Park, where just on Saturday alone, 6 people were shot. And as you mentioned, just yesterday, another shooting about 600 meters from where we're currently standing. And the community leaders saying that more needs to be done. And the anxiety and the tension you speak of is exactly what brings out these parents. And now I'm joined by one of the community leaders here in Hanover Park. So thank you so much for your time. But we have seen, the escalation of gang violence, parents highlighting their safety concerns as their children go back to school today.
Yes, it's a very dire situation here in Hanover Park today. And not today, since forever, and we got no help whatsoever from government, all spheres of political parties, police, everybody is failing us. Our kids have to duck and dive while they're going to school, and we're not going to accept this as our norm. So if we're not going to get help, then we're going to help ourselves.
And how does helping yourself look like? I mean, Hanover Park is one of those communities where gang violence is quite rife.
Yes, if gang violence is quite rife, it means to say if an animal have an instinct of protecting its own kind, then we as humans has the right to protect ourselves. They always say we must abide by the law, and we are abiding by the law. But for us to get killed day by day, one by one, then we have to fight the fight that the gangsters is fighting with us.
And just yesterday, the shooting occurred at 8 o'clock in the morning, about 600 meters or even less from where we are standing. Are there any fears that as the children go back to school, even just standing here, there might just be a flare-up?
Yes, that is the main fear. That's the reason why we're here. Because like I say, every time the kids must go to school, like yesterday, our grade R and our grade O kids for orientation had to duck and dive and run. And I mean, that's small children and nobody's doing nothing.
Thank you. We'll leave it there for now. But Ayanda, as you heard there, community leaders saying that they rather the grade R's than grade 1s that were rather grade R's that were at school yesterday for orientation basically had to duck and dive. As you mentioned, that shooting that left one person dead yesterday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. And even just standing here, community leader highlighting that he also doesn't know whether or not there'll be a shooting or rather a flare-up. However, Hanover Park and many other communities on the Cape Flats are quite prone to gang violence, including shootings. And basically what they're calling on for is law enforcement agencies and government to actually do what they're supposed to, which is to protect not only the community, but also those that will be heading to school on their first day today.
Sure. Really concerning the situation where you're at in Hanover Park. Nasiphi Same, thanks very much indeed. Live to us there from Hanover Park in the Western Cape.